Former Israeli National Security Advisor 𝐃𝐚𝐰𝐬 defends Israel's actions in Gaza on Al Jazeera's talk show Upfront with Mark Lament Hill. 𝐾𝐚𝐰𝐬 denies Israel's control over Gaza, highlighting the challenge of fighting Hamas, which operates behind civilians. He argues that not targeting civilians would mean allowing Hamas to rule Gaza. 𝐾𝐚𝐰𝐬 justifies military actions, stating that civilians paying the price can appeal to Hamas for cessation. He contends that Israel provided adequate time for Gazans to evacuate targeted areas, blaming Hamas for hindering safe havens. 𝐾𝐚𝐰𝐬, affiliated with the Jewish Institute for National Security of America, asserts Israel's attempts to aid Gaza's economy. President Erdogan of Turkey strongly advocates for the reform of the UN Security Council, expressing dismay at the recent US veto of a Gaza ceasefire despite broad international backing, according to Al Jazeera. Addressing a human rights conference in Istanbul, Erdogan questions the fairness of a system where a single nation can block a ceasefire supported by many. He contends the UN Security Council requires restructuring, emphasizing the frustration felt by nations unable to advance critical resolution due to the veto power. The Turkish leader stresses the imperative of revisiting the Council's composition and procedures to ensure a more equitable and representative approach to addressing global conflicts. A new aid inspection process at Gaza's Karem Abu Salem crossing is being tested, aiming to streamline relief efforts. Despite this, the UN reports ongoing challenges in obtaining permission for trucks to directly enter Gaza through the crossing. The proposed system involves trucks entering Gaza from Jordan via the Karem Shalom crossing on the Israel-Gaza-Egypt border, reducing reliance on the ill-equipped Rafah crossing. 𝐃𝐚𝐰𝐬 from the World Food Programme stresses the need for trucks to enter Gaza directly through Karem Abu Salem to address the worsening situation in the enclave. Previously, aid from Egypt reached Gaza through the Rafah crossing, causing logistical issues with trucks driving over 40 kilometers south to Israel's border with Egypt before returning to Rafah. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has criticized the United States for vetoing a UN Security Council resolution advocating an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. Expressing condemnation on behalf of Malaysia, Anwar vehemently protests the US decision, asserting that there is no justification for obstructing efforts to halt the killing of innocent civilians, including women and babies. Speaking in Kuala Lumpur, he deems the move unfortunate and outrageous, expressing deep sadness at the perceived dismissal of international appeals. Anwar emphasizes the urgent need to address the crisis in Gaza, highlighting the collective outcry from the global community. The Malaysian leader's words reflect broader discontent with the impasse at the Security Council and the ongoing human toll in the conflict. The vetoed resolution becomes a focal point, intensifying concerns about the effectiveness of international mechanisms in resolving crises and protecting civilian lives.